What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're having yourselves a great Friday. That's right, Friday. But unfortunately, I have some bad news. I will not be able to do a live Fan Friday tonight. We will do a live Sicko Saturday tomorrow. So all of your questions, comments, topics, everything you got on your mind, I will be taking them tomorrow. We'll be talking about this Week 9 matchup between the Eagles and the Jaguars. But I did get home in time to make this video. I apologize. This information came out a few hours ago. Just a real wild day at work, a wild week. Hope you guys all had a great day, though. A great week. Appreciate you taking the time tuning in here. Not live, but still love to hear from you. Always down to talk some birds with you. So appreciate you guys hitting that like button, sharing, subscribing. Again, hope you had a great day, great week. Ready for a great weekend. Ready for the Eagles to beat the living hell out of those Jaguars. But we've been talking about it all week, talked about behind enemy lines. We went through the top matchups. We've been talking about the injuries, everything that, we've continued to talk about in these parts. Obviously the media, most of our fan base all turned on the Eagles. We know how that went. They'll all be the biggest fans again. You remember me saying that week in and week out, trying to help the media, trying to help some of these casual fans understand how football works. And it's like teaching, anatomy to a 6-month-old. It just not really registering or really making any sense. So I try, but I've seen it. I think people are becoming Eagles fans again. I think they're all jumping back on the bandwagon, all those bandwagon fans. So crazy, man, that, we said around week 9, this is when the team would get right. This is when everyone would become the biggest fans ever. And I think they're all doing it, man. Now, a lot of these content creators, they're fans again, but they don't understand how football works. So you're seeing a lot of the Eagles are trading for Tyreek Hill, Adam Thielen, Budda Baker. We're getting Patrick Mahomes, all this stuff out there. I just wish these guys would learn some football. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So that's what I'm here to do, talk about actual football. But yeah, none of that stuff's real. It never is. And I'll continue to let you know when things are actually happening. But let's talk about what's happening in the real world here. And that is the game status report. So it comes out on Fridays when your game is on Sunday. So here on this show, we talk about it every damn week. So who's questionable? Who's out for both teams? Well, let's find out. So we knew Dallas Goedert was going to be out most likely. And unfortunately, that was the case. So he is now officially out, but so is Darius Slay. You know how I feel about that. I've been asking for Isaiah Rodgers to be that starter anyway. I like Slay. I do. But I'm ready for the youth movement. Ready to make him happy so he sticks around, Isaiah Rodgers, that is. So those two are out. You see the changes were Landon Dickerson, a full participant today, and then Devontae Smith did not practice due to personal reasons, not questionable, not out, so he'll be there on Sunday. We'll see if Albert O gets activated tomorrow, and who they decide will not be on this roster. Maybe someone gets placed on IR. Seriously, you have some options here. We shall see. And we'll talk about it here in a second, but let's look at their IR. These are the guys that will not be on this depth chart I'm about to show you. Bradbury Clark, Covey, Mailata, Alberto, and Byron Young. So with this depth chart, you see Dallas Goedert out. So we need Calcaterra and Stoll to step it up again. We've got some practice squad guys that could be options. We'll take a look at that here in a second, but everyone else on this offense continues to be healthy. Obviously, Mailata on IR. Fred Johnson stepped in, did well. Becton will be playing. We'll see if he gets his job back or if Steen has done enough to solidify himself as the future right guard, which you know how I feel about that. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, with Slay out, Isaiah Rodgers stepping in. This was my dream. Rodgers, Mitchell, and DeJean here. I'm excited. I'm very excited about this. So can't wait to see it. Hope Slay gets better, but everyone else is good to go there. And then special teams department, nobody affected there. Probably don't see Rodgers returning any kind of kicks with him starting a corner, but we do love to throw our starting nickel corner back on punt. So we'll see. Now here is the practice squad. We can elevate 2 of these guys. A player can be elevated 3 times while under that current contract they are in. But you could see a plethora of offensive players and then a few on the defensive side of the ball. Don't think we need to elevate any corners. Don't think we need to elevate really anything other than maybe a tight end, Jenkins or Azoma. But I think that they could just, activate Alberto off of the IR tomorrow, and then you have a third tight end, or maybe Jack Stoll's the one who gets let go, and then Alberto takes his spot. I don't know. We'll see what they decide to do. But tomorrow I will have that show for you when that information comes out around 3, 4 o'clock. They got to have it in by 4, but sometimes they drop it early. So I'll get that out to you when I can. We'll have a live show tomorrow for all you sickos. But let's talk about the Jaguars, the Eagles' Week 9 opponent here. And they have a lot of injuries we've been going over the last couple of days. Let's take a look what they've got going on Friday. So the only thing that changed in this entire week for them was Brandon Scherff was limited today. So he's now questionable. Ezra Cleveland, their left guard, is out. Also, Mason Smith, their bust of a second-round pick, he is out as well. And then you've got Bigsby, Davis, Etienne, Brian Thomas, Wingard, Robinson, all questionable. You see the asterisk by Wingard and Robinson. That means they are on the IR, but their practice window has been opened and they can be activated at any point here. So we'll see if they play tomorrow. We talked about maybe needing Keelan Robinson for the return game because they'll need Parker Washington. Ronald Darby's good to go, though. He's the only person that's good to go. Old Man River. But here is their IR. These are guys that are already banged up. Dixon, Duvernay, Robinson. Kirk isn't technically on there, but the dude's season over. So wild guess there. David White and then Wingard. Mentioned about the asterisks there. That means they are ready to come off of IR. Gibson suspended. Trying to get that figured out there. But that's what's going on there. You won't see these guys on this depth chart, but holy. So you see both their top running backs are questionable for this game. Dearness Johnson, or maybe one of these practice squad guys will have to step it up, but I think one of the two will be good to go, if not both. But we shall see. Now, Brian Thomas and Gabe Davis, both questionable. Sounds like Davis has a much better chance of playing than Brian Thomas, but great news for them that he's even questionable and was able to be limited in practice. But Parker Washington, Tim Jones, and some of these practice squad guys are going to have to step it up. So we shall see who is actually in or out. But we'll find that out Sunday, or if it comes out before that, I will let you know. Now, you see Ezra Cleveland is out, so Cooper Hodges is going to have to step in. Now, Scherff is questionable, so if he's out, we'll see who they decide. Maybe the newly, this guy was on their practice squad, but now on their active roster, Blake Hance. We'll see if they use him. Maybe Cole Van Lannon, a versatile piece there. We'll see what they decide to do here, but pretty damn banged up on offense. Then you see on the defensive side of the ball, Mason Smith is the only person out there, but that is the rest of their D. And if you're looking for a breakdown of this roster or the top matchups, those videos are out. You can go check them out. Just trying to breeze through this year. But as I mentioned, with Washington needing to possibly step it up as one of the top receivers, they may need Robinson off of the IR, or if Bigsby's the only running back, you don't want to use those guys. So they don't have anybody else on their active roster that they use, but maybe one of these practice squad guys here. So recently signed Velus Jones. He's great in the return game. Maybe they use him if they think he's learned enough. But Austin Trammell's down there, and he also is a good return guy. I think he could definitely be one of those elevations. You got Cephas there, Cooks, Reese, Zamet. So holy wide receivers. Got 5 of them there. 1 quarterback, 1 tight end. And then you see some defensive players there, former Eagles, Tyler Hall, Zach McPherson. But, yeah, that's what's going on for the Jaguars there. So you've seen both teams' game status report. You know who's out, who's questionable for this game. Any of that information as to them being out or in comes out beforehand, I will let you know. If not, tomorrow I'll see for those practice squad elevations. Sometimes they give you a little bit of that info. We'll see about Albert O as well during those practice squad elevations. So tune in tomorrow. We'll have that video, and then we'll have a live one later. So hope to see you then. Hope you're having a great Friday. Again, I truly apologize not able to do a Fan Friday here tonight. But love each and every one of you, and I'm always down to talk some birds with you. So leave a comment down below. Let me know how you're feeling about this game, injuries, whatever's on your mind, always down. So if you got anything from this, do me a favor, hit that like button. You can always share this bad boy, subscribe, join the family here. I cannot thank all of you who do that enough. You guys are truly awesome. And thank you for riding with me, man. You know how much hate I get for supporting the Eagles and teaching people how football actually works and spreading real news rather than just making things up on a daily basis. So you sickos, you diehards, I can't do this without you. You see them attacking my channel, demonetizing me, doing everything they can to try to destroy this so that they can continue spreading lies. And, it's really sad to see it, but I'm going to keep standing up to it. As long as you keep tuning in, I'll keep tuning them out. So let's effing go. Hope you're ready for week 9. Eagles whooping that Jags ass. Dougie P, I want to apologize already. I love you, man. But this ass whooping's coming your way. All right, guys, have yourself a great rest of your Friday. If you need anything, doesn't have to be about the birds. Always here for you guys, as you are for me. Anything, man. You need a friend, whatever's going on. Do not feel like you are alone out there. You have someone here. I love you guys. Hope you have a great Friday night. But until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, go Birds!